Hi guys, this is Mr. David from Anmalhal International School. I hope you are safe and well where you are, and I hope that you're using this time to study and get as much work as you possibly can. Of course, because we cannot be together during this time. Our school, Al Manhal, has created a plan for us that we can still provide for you great quality education through this interactive medium. Um, so I hope while you are safe that you're able to get a lot of work done. That being said, what I want to do today is some grammar. Let me open this up. And in particular, I want to talk about the four basic sentence types that we have in English. And those are quite simply a simple sentence, a compound sentence, a complex sentence, and a compound complex sentence. These are the four basic types of sentence structures that we have in English, and I'll go through each one and try and explain each one. Let me just zoom in here. The first one I'm going to start with is the first one that's listed on there, and that is a simple sentence. And the definition of it is that it's a sentence that has only or consists only of one independent clause, an independent clause that contains a subject and a verb, and it expresses a complete thought. So what you're looking for is a sentence that has only a subject and a verb and tells you everything that you need to know. So the example sentences that you have here is I like coffee, or Nasser likes tea, and the third one, C, the earth goes around the sun. All of these are very simple and direct, and they express a complete thought while only having the basic subject and verb that you need for a sentence. The second one is a compound sentence structure, right? So if the definition gets too technical, the important thing for you is then to learn how to use it in a sentence and how the sentence structure actually works. If you know that, then knowing the full definition will come in second. But the important thing is to know how and what kind of sentence it is. So the second one, a compound sentence structure, is a sentence that has two or more independent clauses joined by a conjunction or semicolon. A conjunction are words like and, but, because, however, right? And a semicolon is that symbol over there that we see in example sentence B. So if you see and or but, however, because, or you see a semicolon, then you know that this is a compound sentence structure. For example, and I'll read the sentences here, I like coffee and Ali likes tea, right? So what you pretty much have there are two simple sentences joined by a conjunction, right? And would be the conjunction. Our car broke down, semicolon, we came at last, and there's the picture of the broken down car. And the last sentence, Abdullah went to school, but Suleiman went to the mall. So again, there, if you find the definition too complicated, then learn how to use it in a sentence, and that way you'll always be right if you understand how it works in a sentence. The third, which is a little bit more difficult to understand, is a complex sentence structure. And I'll read this out. A complex sentence consists of an independent clause plus a dependent clause. A dependent clause starts with a subordinating conjunction or relative pronoun, right? And contains a subject and a verb, like the simple sentence, which only contains a subject and a verb, but does not express a complete thought, right? So I'll read the example sentence. We missed our plane because we were late, right? So because would be the subordinating conjunction, right? So if we say we missed our plane, right? That is a complete sentence on its own. We were late. That that does not express a complete thought, and that's what they mean by this last part of the sentence, right? It contains a subject and verb, but does not complete a thought. So we were late is not a complete thought. We missed the plane because we were late. That is a complete thought, and that's what you want from a complex sentence structure. The second one, Fatima left in a hurry after, and that is the subordinating conjunction, she got a phone call, right? And C, do you know the man who is talking to Amir? Who, that is the subordinating conjunction, right? Is talking to Amir, has a subject and a verb, but does not complete a thought, right? So for the whole thing, you want to have, do you know the man who is talking to Amir? And that is your complex sentence structure. That can be very difficult to understand, but what you want to have there is the key to this is the subordinating conjunction, the because or the after or the who that helps to complete that thought and to complete that sentence. And then, of course, that's a picture of the airport or the departure lounge and the things that you look for when you're late or if you're missing your flight. The last sentence, the compound sentence structure, or rather the compound complex sentence structure, consists of at least two independent clauses and one or more dependent clause, right? So let's look at the structure of one there. Amina didn't come because she was ill, so Layla was not happy, right? So there you get your three different parts of the sentence, right? Amina didn't come, Layla was not happy, right? So those would be your two independent clauses. And then your dependent clause would be because she was ill, right? Also can be very difficult to understand. I don't expect you to be able to define it in its full sense, but it is important for you to be able to identify it and for you to be able to use it in an actual real sentence, right? So let's look at the next one. He left in a hurry, right? After he got the call, there you have that subordinating conjunction. After he got the call, but he came back 5 minutes later, right? So you do see there that you have all your different parts, your independent clauses, and at least two independent clauses, and then one dependent clause. So those are your four basic sentence types in English, right? Now that I've explained them and that you have a fair concept of them, I'd like you to do these two activities, right? The first activity is very simple. Go back to the four different sentence types and or sentence structures, and I want you to write at least two of each. So in your notebook, right, you'll work with your friend and you will write two simple sentences, two complex sentences, two compound sentences, and two complex compound sentences of your own, right? And then when you are done with that, I am going to upload this. This is a worksheet with 10 questions about everything that we've just discussed. I'll upload that and I want you to answer these questions and return it to me tomorrow. Thank you again for your time and for watching this video. I hope that it has been helpful. I also hope that you are staying safe and clear, and I will see you again next time.